One apartment complex in Talent made sure it did everything possible to protect the homes of its residents before evacuating, and it worked. The maintenance crew helped save 181 units from the flames. NBC5's Mariah Mills is live in our newsroom to tell us how they saved the apartments. Mariah?
Maddie, maintenance men were able to save the complex from both looters and flames by using fire extinguishers, stomping on embers, and they also did hourly patrols on the grounds.
You look at it like, how did this happen? How could we still be here?
A 4-man maintenance crew had about 20 minutes to evacuate over 400 residents from the Anjou Club apartment complex in Talent on September 8th.
Basically just asked an officer if we should start evacuating, and he said if it was me, I would.
Ryan Erickson is the maintenance manager for the complex. Damian Aney is one of the maintenance assistants. Aney says he ran around knocking on doors, warning tenants about the fast-approaching Almeda Fire.
It was almost kind of like second nature, you know, it's not something you really think about. Just as soon as it started happening, you just want to move. So you just start running door to door and knocking. I actually scraped the skin off of like 3 of my knuckles just from knocking so much.
Once the tenants left, the crew turned sprinklers on and attempted to grab all they could before getting out themselves.
That's a lot of my friends that live here were at work at the time and couldn't get back in. So, you know, I'd go to their house, like after everyone had been evacuated, go to their house and try to load up some of their belongings, whatever they try to describe.
Erickson says one maintenance worker named Ross came back to the complex that night to check on things. He says though the complex was still standing, embers and small fires still burned around the 14-acre complex.
Started bucketing water out of the hot tub in the pool, so he was just bucketing water out onto some of these shrubs were still burning, just smoldering on the bottom. So once that kind of got tiring, then I said just go around and grab all the fire extinguishers on the property, start circling the property.
Erickson says once the rest of the maintenance crew came back days later, the work continued. This time, they worked to keep looters at bay.
Just put some flashing lights on a couple of vehicles and placed them throughout the property to make it seem like there was more of us than that. And, you know, we just kind of posted up as a security detail per se.
3 weeks later, the work continues at a much slower pace. Erickson says they're focusing on cleaning up the grounds and getting rid of fire debris.
We're insanely blessed. The firefighters really held the lines and did amazing job.
One apartment building did sustain some partial damage, but it will be saved. Some bushes and some trees around the complex are also singed, but the structures are all fine. Live in Newsroom, Mariah Mills, NBC5 News.